let's get it. I bought for 16 passenger, this a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge, the coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn, she took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she said.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. I am driving, guys, so if I do not look directly at you, please do not hold it against me. Safety is always first. My safety and as well as everyone else on the road. Welcome back to my channel, and guys, if you have not done so, please hit that subscribe button. If you are new here, I welcome you to listen to the commentary, and at that point, if you enjoy it at that time, please hit that subscribe button. We're all family here, and we definitely want you to be a part of the family. Also, before I get into today's video, I want to also mention that we do have our membership program coming up later in the month. I'm very excited about it. By week's end, the details of our membership and what's offered at each level will be available on our community tab. So look out for that. That is a great way not only to support the channel, but it's also a way to have a competitive edge, not only on the information that we dispense here, my other business. You can have access to coupon codes and things from my other business, and also you are supporting the channel. You can have insight into information and discounts from my other business, but also you will have great benefits available to you as a member. And you also can you can participate in different polls that we will offer to members when it comes to discussing certain things here on the channel. So that's what's to come on there. Now, today's video. Today, guys, we're going to talk about Tionajai and Elijah King. I've done at least 1 or 2 videos on this young lady. She is a single mom. At one point, she was a homeless mom, and she took us on a journey of her going through that. I want to go back a little bit further. Now, I just started watching her not too long ago, so at the beginning of her conflicts, like when her son was very small, when she was pregnant, when she first went into the homeless program, I was not privy to all of that information at the time, and quite frankly, I'm not 100% privy of everything. However, I've watched a lot of the information that she has put out about the situation, about where it started and why she felt the need to go into the program. Now, number one, I want to applaud her. I want to applaud her because she made it to the other side of a tough situation. She dealt with things that are very tumultuous. She also dealt with being at a point in her life that she did not want to go on as a person, and that is deep. That is deep. And dealing with all of that, she still had to be a mother. She still had to figure out a way to take care of this kid, figure out a way to take care of herself as a young adult. I mean, she had a lot on her shoulder. She really did. And a lot of people don't make it through that. She did not substance abuse. She did not go to any of the vices that a lot of people go to when they feel they have impossible situations and they are trying to escape their reality. She buckled down. She put her head down. She prayed and prayed and prayed. She believed in her faith. She believed in the word, and she allowed the tools that God put there for her to get her through that situation. And I think that's amazing. Me personally, I was young at one point in time. I was at a point similar to hers, to where I was living with someone as opposed to having my own address. I've never been in a situation that you could deem that I was officially homeless. A person living in a hotel even is not homeless because they have a place to lay their head. They don't have a lease, but they are not necessarily homeless. So I haven't been as far as she's been in that trajectory of things. But she pulled herself up from depression. She pulled herself up from being hopeless. She decided that her and her child was going to win, and she made it happen. Now, early on, she was having conflict because she was living with her mom. She was having conflict with mom. It may be because her mother was dealing with things as well. Her mother had her own stresses and things to deal with. Everybody, life can get tough for everybody, and sometimes it's at the same time. So they all had a lot going on, and then here is Elijah, this little overzealous little baby boy who is just here and happy with life. But 2-year-olds can be rough to deal with, especially depending on what you got going on. So for her and for her mom, maybe it was just a breaking point. Mom couldn't handle it, and her frustrations were played out on her daughter, who also was still in a tough situation because she was a single parent and never expected to be. For some people, that's traumatic. For me, it was a traumatic situation. Becoming a single parent, not having the person there who I made this baby with, who I loved, who said he loved me, not be there and be as dedicated as me was rough for me. Because I didn't understand that. That's not something I knew of. That's not something that I seen in my day-to-day life growing up. My father wasn't in my life day-to-day, but there was no negativity about it. There was no loss there. There was a father. I had a father. It just wasn't the father that made me. So with that being the case, it was a little different because those are things that I'm privy to. I don't know how that feels to have that what do they call that? I can't think of, it's a word I'm trying to think of, but it escapes me at this moment. But void, feeling the void. I never felt that void. I never felt being alone as a parent, as a child. So when I got to the point that the dad wasn't doing right, like I said, I had a father figure in my life, and he was always there. So I didn't understand this concept of a dude not doing right by his. And she was in a relationship. This was not a fly-by-night thing. She really was into this guy. I think at one point in time they lived together. And then he wanted the baby, so he says. And then, then he's not doing his part. You're pregnant, you're dealing with the adjustments of that, dealing with the additional responsibility, preparing yourself, and he in the streets doing whatever. He thinks that, I'm just going to be a dad, but life ain't going to change. Becoming a parent is the textbook definition of life changing, like it is. So anyway, she makes a decision that she is not going to accept a half-stepping situation. I remember going to my daughter's father and telling him, look, if you don't want to do this, nobody's forcing you, and nobody will think bad of you. But just don't bring this BS half lackluster crap to my kid, please. And that was what it was. She did not give the guy the option. She made the decision for her and her child that since he does not want to do right, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just going to go on and figure this thing out and make it work because I have to make it work. And that's what she did. And I think that is such an amazing thing. We see drama every day on these YouTube streets in the mommy sector. And the fact is, some people choose their drama. And some people choose that when drama comes into their life, they do what they got to do so that they can get it out. And that's what she did. Instead of allowing drama to be who she is. drama to be what she is and drama to surround her. She just chose no in that aspect. So there's the cops up there, y'all. You know, I told you I'm driving. It's 2 cops up there. While you flying, I hope you seen Sharif and Marsha up there plotting on you. Anyway, so moving on. She entered into the homeless program. In her state, they put her, I think, in the hotel. They moved her around some, and it was pretty tough. But through all of that, she maintained a job. She made sure her child went to school every day, even if she had to Uber to get him there. Now, mommy-kid relationships, mommy-daughter, aren't always perfect. So although the conflict started with her having issues with her mom and not understanding why her mother reacts to things the way she does, sometimes she still knew that I gotta do what's best for me. I'm gonna try to make the most of this relationship with my mom, and I gotta do what's best for me. I've been there too. A lot of us have had small issues in our life that can resemble other people's big issues, but you have to decide how to deal with it. You have to decide how to fix it. You have to decide how to move beyond it. So she decided that I'm just going to go ahead and do what's best for me. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, the weird part about it was, it's times within some of her videos that her mom is around. She comes, takes her to the grocery store, even up to now. And they don't even live in the same city. So she does drive up, which I guess she's coming to see her daughter. But the weird thing about it to me is, I would be so conflicted. I would be conflicted because this is my mom who's supposed to love me, but she done called the police on me. She done, had me and my son in a compromised position. And even though she was struggling in her life and really couldn't support me, I didn't expect her to support me, but even though she couldn't do that, she still kind of pushed me out of the nest in a negative way, so to speak. And that would be hurtful to me. But then, she want to come around, because like one time she was in a hotel, her mama did come. I don't know that her mother stayed the night there, but she just was coming to, I guess, see them, I guess. But for me, while I was going through that, I don't know if I could have did it. I don't know if I could have acted like we have a good relationship when clearly I had to leave your house because of situations that we've had happen, and it wasn't something that I did to cause those situations. If I did something wrong, and as a mother you did what you had to do, and then this is what happened, that's one thing. But the only thing I did is try to be your daughter and try to love you, try to honor you and my life, and here we are. I don't know. I don't know how I would be there. I do think that I would be a little conflicted. I'm just going to be honest about it. But conflicted or not, she did everything she had to do. Even at the point that they put her in a homeless shelter. But she did have her own room. She was able to lock the door. The only thing she had to share is a refrigerator where they put food. And, the homeless shelter told them, look, sometimes people take stuff out the fridge, so don't, be careful with buying too much. You don't want your stuff to just start walking off. You done spent your money and then you can't feed your kids. So they really, their system, she worked the system in a positive way and was able to get herself somewhere. And I just think that is so great. So now Tiana has her own place, her and Elijah. They live about, I think, 45 minutes from wherever they used to live. Like maybe how in a major metropolitan area you have smaller cities. So that's how it worked for her. She has a cute little apartment. It's completely furnished. I guess she pays whatever on a fixed rate. So she has assistance with that, where if she can't afford or she has no job, they probably take her income down. And that's a good thing, because it puts her in a position that she can afford to focus on getting her life better and creating more income for her and her child. So with that, that's a help. So by the time that her kid gets older, maybe she would have went to school, got a better education or a better job, or maybe she decides to be a full-time content creator, which at this point in time is very lucrative. And to be honest, I don't see that there's going to be a point that it won't be lucrative. There will at some time be somebody that will do probably a reality show with some of the moms on YouTube or something. Like they'll slowly, consistently move up in notoriety and value to the public, and therefore their earnings will be better. Especially those who are honest and honorable, and may create other businesses behind the notoriety that they get. None of that is a bad thing. None of it is a bad thing. None of it is a situation to where it'll hurt her finances. And at one point, like I said, she'll just be earning more and more money. She may not even have to work outside of her home. She may be able to be a full-time content creator and move from there. But like I said, guys, I just wanted to do this quick video giving you an update. She's in her house. She does her mommy content. She does cook with me. She takes you on day-to-days with her. She has a very big presence on TikTok, to where she talks and goes live daily and talk to people. And people, like and respect her. They like the fact of her being a faith-driven mom, the way that she takes care of her son. They just like her. And so because they like her, they support her. Her audience supports her. So she's created her influential success around her audience, which, as a content creator, that's where the money is for you. So anyway, guys, she's doing her thing. She does her cook with me videos and things also. And if you guys have not had the opportunity to check out her channel, you should. She's a very positive mommy channel. Obviously, we all have drama, so she has drama here and there. I haven't heard her recently speak on the relationship with her mom, but what I do know, her mother does have a car, and her mother does come from time to time and take her to the store and different things, spend time down there. As a matter of fact, one day she was cooking, and her mom, she cooked for her son, and her mom. So, they spend time together. Now, the thing that's kind of weird to me sometimes is that, yeah, mom comes down, but she has siblings as well. And as a matter of fact, she's a twin. She has a twin sibling, and then she has an older brother. I never see them come with mom. That's the thing that makes it weird. And that's why I was like, does her mom stay with her? And it's only because you never see her other siblings with her. She's just, mom is there sometimes. But she doesn't live with her. She's never stayed in a hotel with her. I know I mentioned that as a question, like almost just making a statement more so than a question. And somebody came in the comments and they did let me know, no, her mother has never lived with her. Her mother stays with other family because she went through her own situation to where she had to move out of her place. I guess she got behind with bills, and that happens in life. Like, you can't dog a person for living, because that's basically what they're doing. Anyway, guys, that's all I really have to say about her. If you haven't had the opportunity to check her out, you should. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope that you guys like my commentary on Tiona. If you have anything to add, please do so in the comments. Like I said, we continue the conversation here. So if there's any notable comments that we need to do further commentary on, I definitely do that here on this channel. Baby, we're all family around here. Straight up, we're just family. We do this, we talk, we do this. That's what we do. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna see y'all in the comments. on Miss Tiona and Mr. Elijah. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Be sure y'all don't hit that like button. If you haven't, please hit it now. I'm going to put a pause here so y'all can put that button to work. Okay. Okay. Y'all did it. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the next video. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Let's get it. I bought for 16 passenger. This a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge. The coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek. Drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she say she saying 3D. Wow. I go in the jungle and they got a coat. I bet I come out with a mean. I bet I do this shit for the fam. Cause this shit